Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another Tasman's first look at Snapshot 19w03a. So I know it's been a while since I've done a snapshot video, but I've been so busy. Kids have been sick. It's just been really hard. So I'm really glad to be able to do one now. I mean, 1.14 is going to have so much stuff. It's going to be so awesome. I'm loving it. So the newest thing, the biggest hype, is this guy right here, the fire. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start down here, because some of the things, at least since I last did a snapshot review, now have recipes and interfaces. So we now have lecterns. Well, we've already had the lecterns, but we have a recipe for them. And you can basically take any type of wood slab and a bookshelf, and that will yield you one lectern. Now, from what I've seen, I think every one of these blocks can be found in villages. They just naturally spawn in villages. And if you haven't seen the new, well, I think I did a video where I talked about the new villages. I don't think there was one around here, no. But anyway, the new villages, they're awesome. But anyway, so for those of you who don't know, the lectern does output a signal, so you can actually put a book on here. I don't know, do I have a book? Here's a book. I don't think it'll work because it's not a readable book. You know, I don't have, if I had a writable book, we could do a writable book. Yes. Where are writable books? Let's just type book and quill. Where you at? Miscellaneous. I thought we were just in miscellaneous. Anyway, you can put them on the lectern, and then you can actually like turn pages and stuff, and then up to, it'll output a signal based off of what page you're on. There's lots of videos out there that kind of explain that a little better, so I'll let you just go look at some of those. We also have talked about the grindstone. Like I said, for me, this block looks like it will be very common, like on the bottom of an airplane, to give it kind of the wheel look, because to me it looks like a wheel. Although, will it look like it's hovering? We should check that out. If we do this and go down here and put it right here, does it look like it's actually on the ground? Yeah, it does. And can we turn it? I can't remember. Is this directional? Yes. Perfect. Yeah, because look at that. Doesn't that look like the landing gear on a, whoops, on an airplane? Awesome. So anyway, we do have a recipe for this too. Basically, it's any type of plank. Oh, I can't remember. Did I try? I think it has to be the stone slab. I'm trying to remember if I tried other types of stone slabs, and I think they didn't work. And then 2 sticks, that will give you a grindstone. And the grindstone now has an interface where if you have items that are enchanted, you can either repair items by putting 2 in there, and then you take out the repaired item. And you can also disenchant. So like if you have some item, I wasn't this prepared, I apologize. So let's say we have, let's just grab a diamond sword here with not protection. That won't work very well. Looting 3, that works. So if we have, for example, this diamond sword here, and it has looting on it, and let's say we got a sword of bane arthropods, and we really don't want that. Well, what we can do is we can bring that over to this guy right here, and we can put it in here. And actually, I'm going to back up just so you can see a little better. As you can see, now it's just a regular diamond sword. So this will be good for those items that, you know, you enchant and it's like, ah, crud, now I have to make another diamond sword because that's not what I wanted. You know, like if you're trying to get silk touch and you get looting, and you already have looting, then you can just remove it. Now, when you remove it, you'll see it just spit out all kinds of little XP. So it does refund you a certain amount of XP, but it's not the full amount that you put into it. The stone cutter doesn't have an interface yet. Smithing table, no interface, and I haven't found a recipe for it. Fletching table, same. These two do have a. Really? That's terrible. Let's see. Let's do WE. Let's set weather clear for 9999. That should do it. So anyway, like in Bedrock Edition, you can actually make these like with an arrow and a crafting table, and what was this one? A crafting table and something else I can't remember. But anyway, those don't have an interface quite yet. We do have the cartography table, and this is a great way for, like, you can zoom in maps, you can copy maps. Wait, can you zoom in? Yeah, I think you can zoom in. Let's test it. I forgot to kind of get all this stuff to show you what it does do. Silly me. Where are maps at? Oh, there's there. Okay. Well, let's type map. Map. So, for example, if we come right here, let's just take that out of there so we only have one. So here you can see is our little area right here. If we click on this guy and put it in here, so we can do this to make a copy of it. I think if you keep doing that, no. So here you can see we actually get 2 out. I thought, is it if you put it in the bottom? No, you can't even put it in the bottom one. I thought you could also like zoom in. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe if you have 2 of them. No. I could have swore there was a way to zoom in, but it doesn't look like it. But anyway, now you can copy maps really easy. There's probably going to be additional functionality to this. Next, so we'll just move. Oh, I didn't show you the recipe. So really easy. It's just 2 of any type of planks and 2 pieces of paper will yield you the cartography table. Now, once again, all these blocks can be found pretty much in villages. So then we have the smoker. We were doing some testing and stuff. We did find that the smoker actually will cook food faster, and that the blast furnace will actually smelt faster. So in order to make the smoker, what you do is you do 4 logs of any type. It could also be the stripped logs, by the way, and a furnace, and that will get you a smoker, and this will make it so you can cook food quicker. I'm just gonna get rid of this stuff so I'm not. Bing. I want to keep that stuff. Alright, so let's move on. Then we have the blast furnace. The blast furnace is the opposite of the smoker. It will actually smelt faster. So you'll actually be able to have 2 furnaces. I did show this, yeah, the furnace and the logs. This one is a little more expensive. You have to have 5 iron ingots, the furnace, and then it has to be smooth stone. So you can't just use stone, you know, if you have silk touch or whatever, you can't just use that. It does have to be smooth stone. And do we have, if we come into, we don't have that crap. Oh, we might have it here. So let's just, oh, whoops. Let's see if we can type STONE just to make sure we remember how to make smooth stone. There's stone slab. Smooth stone slab. We know that that's through taking smooth stone. Give me that recipe. No one even show me that recipe. How rude. Maybe it's under blocks. Blocks. I'm drawing a blank. Oh well. I'll have to get that maybe in another video. So anyway, yep, there's the recipe for that. Listen, our little machine over here is just cranking away. It actually works pretty good for an fully automatic sheep farm. It's working really good for us. So next we have the bell. We've seen this before, as you can see by the sign, but now it has a really weird sound. Boom, ding. Kind of sad. I don't think it can. Oh, it can be placed on side now. Ooh, nice. I kind of like that. So yeah, it can even be placed on side blocks. I didn't check that before. After the bell, we have the barrel. Now the barrel, before we just knew we could put stuff in it with a hopper and we could get stuff out, but now it actually has an interface, and you can actually put your stuff in there like so, and then you can also get it out. But I think, I'm trying to remember, I think this also holds the stuff when you break it. Now, I should have an axe, but I don't. No, this one doesn't. Thought it was kind of like the shulker box in that sense. Actually, we'll just leave those down there. But anyway, it does have a recipe too. Actually pretty easy. Half slab of any type, and then planks of any types will yield you a barrel. So a little, it's like one block cheaper than a chest. But the nice thing is they can be like, if we had one over here. Oops, oh, I'm not in creative anymore. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's go back. So if we took one of these barrels and like we put, oh, don't look in there. You can see even though something is there, or let's do this. If we even had the barrel covered up like so, it still opens, where a chest will not do that. And I'm sure you already knew that. So anyway, pretty easy recipe there as well. Let's get rid of you and you. Next we have these little lanterns. They do not connect on the side. You can't get them to connect on the side. I would think they should. I mean, they're kind of like the opposite of it. Well, I guess torches can go on the bottom block. But this is actually a really easy recipe too. It's just simply a torch with 8 iron nuggets around it, and that will give you a lantern. So the next one is one of the shining, one of the really cool things that are being put into the snapshot, I guess. Not shining, but we have the campfire. Now the campfire is kind of cool because you can make it really easy. You just need 1 piece of coal or charcoal, 3 sticks, and 3 logs of any type, and that will give you a fire. And it starts out, when you place that, it's already lit. Now you do now take damage. I'm not in survival, so I don't take damage, but you do catch on fire. I don't know if it's like a fire that maintains. No, not too bad. So you do take damage from standing on it. Some of the nice things about this little guy is it can be used for smoke signals. As you can see, it puts smoke up pretty far. You can see, like, standing back here, it's as high roughly as our bamboo in the background. But if we hit this lever, you'll see the smoke looks a lot darker, and it actually goes a lot higher, almost double what it was. I think this is like 10 and this is like 28 where it starts going away. And one of the really nice things about that is you can actually see that smoke from a far distance. So it's kind of like a beacon. Let's see, how far can we get? Still see it. Still see it. It's kind of, I'm just trying to get it out of the way of the bamboo. Still there. And now it's kind of fading out. There it's kind of much further than this, it's gone. But as you can see it from a very far distance, which is kind of cool. You'll be able to have some kind of thing. I imagine people are going to have fireplaces in their little shacks or whatever, their little houses. They're actually going to have these at the bottom and have the chimney actually so it outputs smoke. So that's really cool. The way you get it to smoke is you just put a hay bale underneath it, and that will do it. So if we take away that hay bale with our piston that's underneath there, you'll see now there's a space, air block underneath it, and you'll see once again it's only going about as high as the bamboo. So they did say when they first introduced the little fire pit here, or campfire, they did say think note blocks. So this got me thinking, and I think all they meant is, you know, with a note block you put something underneath it and that changes the tone. I think what they're saying with that is if you put hay under it, it changes the smoke height. I tried lots and lots of other things. I've been trying to stick under this fire like colored wool. I wanted to see if maybe that'd be so cool if you could change the color of the wool or the smoke. I think that would be really cool. Some other nice things about the fire is if you pour water on it, like so, it puts it out. And then, so you can do that with a with a dispenser. I could have set something up that would have done a real quick tick, but I didn't. The other thing you can do is if you use a flint and steel, you can light it. So that's really cool. You can do some stuff. You can also trap the smoke. So if we kind of did this, you'll see it kind of gathers underneath and it's trying to seep out. But if we say took something like this, and then maybe grab a trap door, we could actually maybe make some kind of contraption. Oop, oh, go up. Nope, not so. Hey, did you see that? That went through. Cheater! So if we did something like that, we could actually use this to control our smoke signal. So, you know, we could actually, you know, do a dot, dash, dash, dot, dot. Or I imagine you could even like do other things. So as you can see there, you can actually block the smoke, even though it looked like one snuck through anyway. So let's look at the fire campfire real quick. Oh, we already did this. Really easy to make. You can make that fairly early game. Now, is that like, is it like a duration that it disappears, or when it gets so many blocks away? It looks like it's duration. Even when it's heavy. Let's check that real quick. So now we got the heavy smoke. And you can see it really wanting to get through there. Boom. Ooh, thick smoke. It even is getting stuck on the edge. So the particles are actually kind of entities as far as that goes. That it's, you know, you can go through them and stuff. But there you go. The other thing with the fire is you can actually cook things on it. And like I could say, oh, I want to cook me up some chicken and some fish and some pork and some mutton. You'll see it puts it on the 4 little corners, and you'll see little smoke effects, particle effects coming off those, letting you know that they're cooking. When they're done cooking, they pop off. I guess I could just do a /CO here, because that's why I was holding that stuff. So as these things cook, which take, what is it, 30 seconds-ish, you'll start seeing them. There goes chicken pops off. There goes the fish and the pork and the mutton. Now you'll see that this fire, even though it burns you, can't really be used as a waste paper basket or, you know, a trash, because it's not actually burning items that get put in it. So there's that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Composter. So I think this could use a lot more. It seems like, so what you do is you put items in this and it turns it into bone meal. But it seems to be dependent on how popular that item, like for saplings, you put a ton of saplings in there before you get one. So let's just do a quick little test. For example, with saplings, so if we take, say, oak saplings, and then maybe something that's a little harder to get, maybe apples will be a little harder. Maybe we'll try bread. I don't even know if bread will work in it. So let's just see. As you can see, we're not seeing. Are you going up? Oh, we're not going to be able to see it. Actually, you know what? Let's do this in non-creative mode. So if we go back here, grab view, because I want to be able to see how many it takes. So if we go back to our survival. So you can see it's using them up, but we're not. There it went one more. And this takes a lot of saplings, and we're not getting much of anything, right? Yeah, so a whole stack, and we didn't even get, it does not have an interface. What happens is once it gets full, it will, it'll have little, what looks kind of like bone meal on top. So we don't get, did I have 2 of those? Yeah, I did, because okay. So we didn't get anything out of that. Let's see if bread works. Oh, bread does work. Now you can see that one actually worked pretty fast, and now we can get bone meal just by right clicking. So all that bread looks like 10 bread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roughly 10. It doesn't say, oh wow, we can actually go in it too. Can we bury ourselves? Broop. So that's pretty good. Apples, I imagine, they seem like about bread. So it kind of, to me, it seems like depending on how hard the thing is to get. Saplings, you can get boatloads of. I imagine carrots and everything else. I do know it will also take, where's food? Oh, I'm in survival again. It will also take like pie, what is it? It'll take pie, cookies, and cake. Where's the pumpkin pie? Oh, there it is, pumpkin pie. Kelp, which you can get really easy, is a very small return. Whether it's dried or the block or whatever else, isn't going to do much. But like if we did, say, cookies, this basically, each one will fill it up. So if we go back to survival and we hit F3 so we can see the state. So if you look over on the side, you'll be able to see its level. Right where it turned red, it says level 0. So if we do a cookie, it's level 1. Level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, and level 8. Wait, was it 7 that gives us? 7. Yes. So 7 gives us the full thing. If we were to try, say, kelp, which means I have to go back into creative and grab kelp. Whether it's dried or not, because kelp you can just get everywhere, right? You know that. I know that. So you'll see level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 2. 4, 5, 1, 2. No, it seems random as far as how often it's going to do it, but you're going to get a lot less. And boom. So there we go, like a whole stack of kelp got us 1 bone meal. So I don't know. And I guess if you don't have a skelly farm or something, this might be pretty good. Ow, punk. I didn't invite him to this. So anyway, there you go. That is kind of, if I missed anything, feel free to let me know. But I think I pretty much covered everything that I've missed in between my last time I did this. I hope. But feel free to let me know if I missed anything, and I'll try and, in the next video, update it and actually include those things I missed. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. It helps me tremendously on YouTube. Hey, why's your wool sitting there? He must have got it snipped right before the thing went over. It's not 100% accurate. I'm going to work on it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget about my great big game giveaway. When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm giving away 57 Steam games to my subscribers. And when I hit 500 subs, which is much closer, I'm going to be giving away a $60 value game to 1 subscriber, and that might be you. So be sure to tell everybody that you know about my channel. Let them check it out. If they enjoy it, then they can sub, and we'll be 1 step closer to my goals. And that's it. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.